But he was, the director told him to do that. He was, he was supposed to do that. It was part of the, of course.
Go in and out of love, never get enough. I keep going in and out of love, trying to get higher. In and out of love, never giving up.
Hi, Melanie, how are you?
Hi.
I'm Diego from Buenos Aires.
How are you? ¿Qué tal?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. I'm not too bad. I've had a long day. It's been an exciting day for me. And you are my final interview. So I'm very happy to speak to you.
Thank you very much. I have a lot of questions for you, especially because today you launched your third single from your coming album. I love your new look. Your hair is gorgeous.
Thank you.
And the video, you're so beautiful. What can you tell me about the video, where you filmed it?
We shot the video only 2.5 weeks ago. And I think in my career, this is the quickest turnaround in getting a video out to the fans. We shot at a beautiful theatre in North London, and we were lucky because if we weren't in this situation in the pandemic, the theatre would be busy. So, one of the positives from this is I was able to use that beautiful location. And here in the UK, like you guys, I know, we still have lots of laws and rules we have to stick to with COVID. So myself and the dancers had to always be 1 meter apart, and all of the crew were wearing PPE masks and like face shields and things. So it was quite weird as an experience, but I wanted to make a pop video that was almost like classic in its feel, with lots of dancing and outfit changes. And I just think it's perfect with the song because it's such an upbeat, fun song.
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing. Today, we know that your album is called Melanie C. What kind of...
Well, I thought this album was probably the most fitting title to have my own name, because with this album, I feel like I've been on a voyage of discovery, and I felt very reflective being on stage with the Spice Girls last year. It made me think about myself as Sporty Spice, Mel C, Melanie C, being a mum, being a friend, a girlfriend, all of these aspects of myself. And I feel like it's truly time to really, acknowledge that I am all of these people. And I think none of us do that enough. We are so capable of so many things. And I went into this album feeling very empowered, very lucky, and very, just excited to share that feeling with the world. And so it felt very appropriate to self-title my album.
Wow, that's amazing. It's coming out on October, I think.
Yep, 2nd of October, it's due out.
Today I pre-ordered the album, and it says that we have a chance to a pre-order of the tour of next year.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
I know, yeah.
Have you planned anything about the next tour?
So at the moment, I know we're looking at touring Europe in May of next year. Obviously, with things that are going on in the world, we have to keep an eye on that. We've been advised by then it will be good. And obviously beyond Europe, I want to get everywhere. I've never been to Argentina and I want to come so badly. So when I can, I would love to be there to perform for you guys.
And what about the album? I read that you have more than 10 songs, new songs. What can you tell me about the new songs? I read that there's one called Nowhere to Run.
Yes.
And I don't know if it has an explicit sign on it.
It does. I'm swearing. I'm being naughty. I've never really sworn in a song fully. I think there might have been a little bit of profanity going down, but I am quite shocked because like modern pop songs and young artists use a lot of banned language, and I always find it really interesting that rock musicians and singers never swear in their songs, but young pop artists do, you know, and you just think it's kind of quite rock and roll, you know, to be using that language. But Nowhere to Run is one of the more thoughtful moments on the album. It's actually a song that was inspired by my experience of having panic attacks. And I know it's something that unfortunately lots of people deal with. And it was, you know, I was working with a dear friend of mine, so I was in a really safe environment to really explore those feelings and thoughts. And I had an alternative lyric, but it just didn't feel right. You know, this is something which can be so terrifying that, you know, I felt swearing in that instance was relevant.
Yeah. Do you have any ballads on the new album?
The final song on the album is called End of Everything. And I wrote it with a fantastic writer called Sasha Skarbek. And he comes from a very traditional songwriting background. So when we wrote it together, it was literally piano, vocal. And it's a beautiful, quite classic ballad. But to fit in with the feel of this album, I wanted to make the production interesting and more electronic. So Future Cuts, who is a new collaborator of mine, produced this track, and it's still a ballad, but it just have some electronic elements to kind of make it fit with the whole soundscape of the album.
Wow, nice. And another question, are you planning to make your own remix?
To make my own...
Oh,
remix?
As you want to say new, that would be amazing.
Yes. I do. So, I've literally just done a DJ set right now, and my next step in my DJ journey is to, you know, have more of an understanding of programming and remixing, and that's definitely on my, you know, list of things that I want to do. I'd love to remix one of my own tracks.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw maybe on recording some songs in Spanish, maybe that now the promo is so big here in Latin America, like the portray of my life in Germany. I don't know if you could do that.
I would love to. So I have like these lists of things I'd like to achieve, and one of them being to remix, and another is to learn Spanish. I love the language, and when I was a kid I spent a lot of time in Spain, and so I know tiny little phrases and things, but I just love the language. I have sung in Spanish before. I've done a couple of things with the Spice Girls, and I did another song in Spanish a few years back. So I'd love to do that. Actually, I think that's a really lovely idea. So I'm gonna look into that and see what I can do.
About the next tour, are you planning to have dancers on the tour, like the video?
Oh, I don't know. I think because I'd like to make this tour really international, it's probably going to have to be quite a small team of people. So I think I need to get the music right. That will be my priority with the financing the whole tour. I'd love to have dancers on the road with me, but yeah, sometimes that's difficult when you're, you know, a little old solo artist like me.
Yeah, that's right. Talking about the album, is it a concept album, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had a wonderful experience, actually. I have quite a new band and a new MD. He toured with me on my last album, Version of Me, which was quite electronic. And, you know, I worked with my old band for, you know, some of the musicians I'd worked with for like 18 years. And they were amazing, but it was kind of time for me, because I was looking to get more electronic, to maybe work with younger, more versatile musicians. And yeah, that's been amazing, because we can really recreate the sounds that are produced in the studio. And that's what I want for this album. I want it to sound like, you know, a great club. When everyone comes to the show, I want them to really want to dance.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Okay, now I want to take you back in time, okay, and ask you, what was the moment you realized that you were such a big icon, that you made history, music history. I want to know that exactly.
Ooh, yeah, I think it's been quite gradual. You know, obviously in the 90s, the Spice Girls, we became very successful very quickly with our first single. And then we traveled all over the world and we had this huge international career. And I think when we were in it, it was so crazy. We didn't really think about it. And I think the years have passed and we've met more and more people that have been influenced by the Spice Girls, not only musically, but they feel empowered by our messages of equality and girl power. So I think it's kind of grown over the years. And then last year on stage with the girls, on the big tour that we did, it was just like, it just hit us. It was like we were mind blown because there was like 70,000 people every night just going crazy, and it really hit home how many young people we'd affected.
Yeah, that's right. You just inspire us all, since the beginning.
Yeah, it's crazy. We feel so lucky that we had the opportunity to do that because, you know, we are really like, okay, we're not normal. We're all a little bit crazy, but we are from like really humble backgrounds in the UK. You know, none of us are from a privileged background. We're from working class areas. You know, all of our families had to work really hard to put food on the table. And, you know, none of us are, you know, the best singers in the world or the most, you know, beautiful women in the world, but we came together with our individuality and it made us powerful and it projected such an important message to people, and we just feel blessed that we were able to do that.
Wow, amazing. You know, 2 years ago I was in London and I met Jason Isaacs, the actor. I have the picture here.
Who is that?
He's the one who plays Malfoy at Harry Potter.
Ah, okay, yes. Oh yeah, he's a very respected actor. Yeah.
Yeah, and he told me that he made a cameo on the Spice World, the movie, and it was cut off the film because he was staring at Emma's boobs.
I remember that, but he was the director told him to do that. He was supposed to do that. It was part of the of course. But yeah, it was edited out. I think they felt it was maybe a little bit too much.
So I want to know if you remember something funny like this from the movie that wasn't seen.
I remember watching. Have you seen the TV show The Affair?
Yeah, yeah.
So Dominic West. Yeah. I was watching The Affair and I was like, Dominic West, he looks so familiar. And I was like, I must have seen him in something else, right? And I was like, why? He's just so familiar to me. Anyway, I Googled him and he was in Spice World, the movie. And I was like, that's where I know him from. Yeah, he was a photographer in the scene where we all dress as each other.
Okay. Well, and I want to ask you to, Emma Banton on the radio last week told us that you were reunited with the 5 girls in the woods. What can you tell me about it?
So we've been staying in touch, like everybody, you know, we've been in isolation, we've been in lockdown here in the UK, but we've been checking in, making sure everybody's okay, you know, everyone's family's healthy and well. And the lockdown eased here a little and we were able to like visit people and, you know, with social distance. So we decided we just wanted to see each other. And I think, you know, it's been an opportunity for us girls to be a little bit quieter because we all travel and work so much. And yeah, we got together and we had tea and we went for a walk in the woods and we just had a lovely day. We were reminiscing and, you know, just enjoying each other's company.
Well, amazing, Melanie. Well, thank you for the interview and hope to see you soon on your next single and the launch of the album.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to speak to you, and all of my love and best wishes go out to everybody, all your listeners, everyone out there in Argentina. And I just, you know, I hope that you guys all recover quickly as the rest of the world hopefully will, and we can be together soon.
Thank you, Melanie. Bye.
Take care. Thank you, my love.
Take me out. I'm ready, let's hit the